Alright guys, ZFR back here, and in this video we are going to be reviewing issue number 3 of Doomsday Kingdom. So pretty much before we get in this, if you haven't heard of Doomsday Kingdom, it's a comic made by another YouTuber called Make a Path Presents. There are only 3 issues in at this point, and so far it's looking to be a really unique spin on the zombie genre. So with that being said, if you're into that kind of thing, I definitely recommend this. Go give it a try. But anyway, getting into this issue and what I think about it. So right off the bat, this was a solid issue all the way through. It kept me interested the entire way through. But with that being said, I do have to say right off the top that this issue did not jump out at me and pop for me like the last 2 did. So the first 2 issues were extremely good because I don't know, the first 2 issues it felt like there was this certain flow the entire way through the issue, like this really steady flow, and they were really good at transitioning between really slow and kind of even almost lighthearted moments, and then in between the heavy action and super serious and super messed up stuff. Like everything, the transitions were amazing, and I mean it was just wonderful in the last couple issues. With this issue though, it was still there, like that flow was still there, but it got interrupted here and there, and this was mostly because of the sections of the issue that took place at Dino's. And here's my opinion on it, and this is just my opinion. I'm sure there are other people out there who are fine with this, and I'm technically fine with it. It didn't bother me a lot, but it did bother me just a little bit. And here's the thing: when we get to the Dino section, I thought that it went on in certain places just a little longer than I needed it to. And I'm not talking about like the stuff once the dudes come into the store with the guns and everything, or I mean the restaurant with the guns and everything. I mean like before that, when Katie is taking their order and then she's explaining that they got sick people there and stuff, and then she's having a conversation with Dino, and they're talking about how he doesn't want any bad press or anything. Like, it just felt like some of that could have been trimmed down just a teeny bit for me. But overall, like, it got through it fast enough, I guess. Oh yeah, and then there was the thing in the bathroom with the dude in the bathroom, crapping himself, which was funny and all, but if I'm being honest, it felt like a pretty throwaway page that was just there for that one moment of the dude crapping himself, when in reality you could have used that panel for something else. Like, I mean, that page for something else, it feels like, completely, and you could have just had the dude come out of the bathroom and say, hey, some dude crapped himself in there. But overall, like, other than that, the issue was pretty solid. The first page with the creep attacking Tristan in the bathroom and stuff was pretty cool, pretty awesome fight. And the only thing I kind of thought was a little weird was Tristan kind of seemed like a sociopath at certain points during the fight. Like, it seemed like he wasn't freaking out more that there was some dude with his ear hanging off right there. But that actually fixed itself, because towards the end of the fight he started to freak out a lot more, and I really and with that fight, like, I enjoyed that. It was like a nice first zombie kill for this character. And I'm going to talk about Tristan a little bit more in a second, because I really did enjoy him in this issue as well. But anyway, moving on. So another thing this issue did really well was showing off the creeps. First of all, like I said, there's the first one that we see And then obviously you have the Mary chick from the diner. She was one that we got to see a lot of this issue, and then of course towards the end. So things we know about the creeps that make them different from other zombies. One, they're basically vampires. Like, they want your blood. They drink blood. Two, it seems like after they turn, like right after they turn, they still have a certain portion of their not consciousness. That's not the word I'm looking for. But it's like their brain doesn't turn into mush like, you know, zombies in The Walking Dead, where they're just kind of like mindlessly roaming around and stuff. It's almost like they transform more into like animals who are on the hunt and the prowl for blood. And that idea, later on in the story, I can see so many situations where someone who just turned is instantly a more unique threat than your average creep. Like, just think of a room of creeps, which is what we have at the end of this issue. Like, just think of it later on when the zombies become, you know, easier to deal with or whatever, because that's what always happens in these stories. I mean, we even saw a little bit of that in issue 1. Tristan knew how to dispose of multiple ones in quick succession. But just imagine, if once that starts to get old, they can always fall back on this, of when people just begin to turn, or right after they turn, they still kind of, they're still walking, running around, they're talking, they're faster, they're a little bit stronger, it seems. So they're always going to be able to fall back on that, and I think that's going to create a lot of variety later on in the comics. So I'm excited about that. Another thing I really enjoyed in this issue was Tristan himself. Like, I like that. I like the one panel where he's like, "I'll be with both of you soon," while he's looking at the picture of his wife or his girlfriend and his daughter. And that panel just kind of shows a certain hopelessness in him, like that he's thinking he's probably not going to make it through this, and you can just see it on his face. That was a really awesome panel that just jumped out at me right there. But anyway, like, the thing I really like about Tristan's character in this issue is we see him in a very different place than we do in the past 2 issues. It's kind of like the in-between of where he is in issue 1 and issue 2. In issue 1, you know, he's this hardened survivor that knows how to take care of himself pretty well and everything. You know, he's lived in this world already. And in issue 2, he's just a dad. He's just a dad that loves his kid. And now, this is a guy that's lost everything pretty much before the apocalypse even started. Like, at this point, it's just starting, and he's already lost everything. He already doesn't have too many more reasons to live. So I'm interested to see what they do with that character. Man, I can't wait to see where this character goes. But yeah, really nice choice of main character. Just wanting to throw that out there. But anyway, another thing that really excited me about the issue was the world building aspect. Like, that is a skill you just don't see people put the use anymore when it comes to Hollywood. You just don't see it as much anymore. And this is what I really enjoyed in the issue. This is one thing that I really enjoyed that just stuck out to me both times it happened. There's 2 main instances of it in this issue. It's when the dudes with the guns, Bards and the Dinos, and they say that they're not there for the money or the people. So you're kind of like, well, what are they there for? But wait, they have those big bags full of money. They just robbed a bank or something like that, and they're looking for a place to hide out. And I like how they don't even give the details on that. They don't even show it, and those dudes don't even really go on to be major characters in the issue. They're just kind of there doing their own thing. And I kind of wish we did get to see just a little bit more of what happened there. But I'm also fine with the way they did it. Because, you know, they weren't important. They were just dudes out there doing their own thing. Trying to get some cash together for the storm that's coming, you know. And then the next example was Tristan at the gas station. Dudes just run up, knock him down, and steal his car. Like, and that's it. Like, there was nothing else. He didn't chase after him to try to get the car back. They didn't come across as major characters anyway. They were just some random dudes that robbed him, and that was it. I love that aspect of it, because it shows you that this world is alive, this world is breathing, and there's other stories going on besides the main character's story. Not every character that we run into ties directly in with the main character or needs to be a major part of the main character's story, and I like that. I really love that. They did a really good job at that, and I hope we continue to see more of that as we go on. So anyway, that's the overall gist of this issue, of what I took away from it. There's two more characters that get shown off a little bit more in this issue, and that's Katie and the black dude Sai. Don't really have big opinions on them yet. We didn't really get to see them do much in this issue, or find out much about them really either. So I'm figuring we're going to see a lot more of them as the story goes on. But yeah, just really quickly, that last panel also was very good. That was great. No, that last page was great. Katie just barely managing to scream the word no right as Tristan burst through that door with all the creeps and the blood all over the floor. The room covered in blood. You know, they're in there. There's limbs and stuff all over the place. And yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in issue 4. Like, I can't wait to see how he gets out of that. So with that being said, really awesome way to end the issue. And overall, like I said, super solid issue. Now, if I had to give this issue a score, the generous side of me wants to give this a 4 out of 5, but I think this one is a little bit more worthy of a 3 out of 5, because it was good. It was solid, right? You know, it wasn't like the last two, like I said, that jumped out as me as really above average issues, or really above average comics in the first place. This one just felt more like, you know, the kind of build up story to another great issue. That's what this felt like a little bit more. But like I said, still really good, still really solid. Really enjoyed it, and can't wait to see more. And just in case anybody's confused about how I rate these, 1 star is pretty much awful. A 2 star is it's not it's not too bad, but it could have been a lot better. It's a little disappointing. A 3 star is good, solid. 4 is great, fantastic, really cool, and a 5 is like masterpiece. Like, this is mastership work. So yeah, this one gets a 3. It was a solid issue, really enjoyed it, and can't wait for the next one. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed more. If you're a fan of Doomsday Kingdom and you want to see more reviews like this, definitely come back to this channel, because I am going to be reviewing all of them. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button if you like my review, leave comments, tell me what you guys thought of the issue and what you think of my opinion. And overall, thanks for watching, guys. Zia far out.